Hello, you beautiful people out there. My amazing legacy members would like to first wish each and every one of you Happy New Year. We are tapped into a new year, and this is exactly why I chose to do this presentation today because these are the exact 7 steps which I basically follow and work upon at the start of the year, especially in January. Today's presentation is all about getting contracts in 7 days. Yes, you heard that right. What exactly are the framework? What exactly is the strategies which would help us in getting contracts, in getting potential clients, in getting the potential leads for our business? No matter if you have a staffing agency, no matter if you have a home care agency, I'm going to elaborate each and every steps in details for you so that you have a complete thorough plan right in front of you before getting started in a brand new year. So, to begin with, the first step over here will be, yeah. So, basically, here in this presentation, what we're going to do is we are going to learn the exact strategies of how can we land a contract in 7 days using the exact framework which I use. So, what do I mean by contract? A contract with the hospitals, with the nursing homes, with the facilities, with the old rehabilitation centers, or maybe getting a private pay client or lead. You can call it anything as per your business type, but this is the exact 7 steps that I follow in order to get that lead for my business. Number one is the foundations. This is a really crucial information, a really vital thing which we actually cannot miss. And these are the bifurcations of it. If you all are watching this training on your phone, I would highly recommend you to please screenshot this information. If you have a pen and paper handy, I would want you to please make a note of it because this is absolutely vital. Your business foundations has to be clearly rooted into how your business is going to flourish. The foundation has many points below it. I'm going to walk you through details, but just to give you a brief overview, what exactly comes under the business foundation. So, for a business foundation, number one is passion. Nothing is, really nothing can be done if you do not have that burning desire, if you do not have that burning passion. For those who might be loving reading books, one of my favorite book is Think and Grow Rich. I don't know how many of you all might have read that book, but I would highly recommend you to read that book because that's going to literally change your mind completely. They have a huge concept of desire and how to convert your passion into money making skills. Okay, that's the first step of your business foundation is number one, passion. What do I mean by passion? What market are you passionate about? For staffing agency owners, staffing agency is a one broad umbrella. Under the broad umbrella, there are different bifurcations, okay, which we narrow down. If you consider staffing as an umbrella, number one, we have multiple staffing agencies who are completely focused on one genre of business. Number one is, are you staffing only CNAs? Are you staffing only LPNs? Are you staffing only registered nurses? Are you staffing travel nurses? Or are you staffing phlebotomists, maybe dentists, doctors, etc.? So, my number one question to everyone out here who actually is watching this training is which market you actually are passionate about. I don't want you all to tell me I actually love staffing CNA, LPN, RN. No, this is a very vague and a generalized statement. If you be vague, you will remain vague and you definitely will struggle in getting that contract. Please understand this. I want you all to be the 1% of the entire competition. I don't want you all to be the remaining 99%. Okay, so my number one question to you is, what market are you passionate about? What market you want to serve? What is that story behind serving that market? Do you have any intention to get into that market, no matter whatever the reason is? Maybe there might be some struggles that you might have gone through. Maybe you might have gone through some personal problems in your life regarding a specific market. I want you to think today, pen it down, which market you actually want to service in 2024. Okay, that's number one question. This question I want you to ask yourself, especially when you're, literally having the time for your own self, when you're literally having no disturbance, you are actually completely all by yourself, have time to think, because these are the work which comes in, within yourself. This is the exact inner work, because here I'm going to teach you to build a multi-million dollar business. I am not going to give you any vague information which is almost everywhere on YouTube and Google and Chat GPT, etc. No. I am here to show you the exact steps which today have helped me grow a seven-figure business. Okay, so first thing that I asked myself was, what market I actually am passionate about, what market I would like to service. Taking my business into consideration, being a doctor, I would love to service the medical fraternity people, and that's how it gave birth to Client Accelerator Academy. I love to talk to people. I love to especially understand the medical fraternity, because I belong to that fraternity, So this is how I actually was passionate about helping only people from the medical fraternity get into business, because this is exactly what I have done. In spite of being a doctor, in spite of having no clue and no idea about digital business, about online, about getting into social media, I am today right in front of you. Right. So, the number one question that I asked myself was, what market am I passionate about? The same question you will have to ask yourself, and this answer no one will give you, because honestly, you know yourself better. The first question itself differentiates you from the market. Even if you have 100 staffing agencies, you are human. Your personal power, your personal passion will instinctively make you different from others. This is why this entire passion is so important before we start with the foundations. Okay, so the number one question is, what market are you passionate about? I've given you examples as well under the staffing side. You need to think about it. Okay, moving to the next is niche. So, who are you targeting? So, for an instance, if you have got your first answer, I am maybe passionate about, targeting travel nurses. Second comes, what niche are you targeting? Now, in travel nurses as well, there are a lot of, narrow spectrums there. I don't know how many people are aware of it, but travel nurses is again a broad umbrella. Travel nurses are hired to, literally travel 50 miles away from the facility and work in a specific department, whether it's an emergency department, whether it's a surgical department, whether it's a gynecology department, whether it's, orthopedic department, different departments. Understand which department are you targeting. Okay, that makes you completely out of the competition. That's your niche. Okay, who are you targeting? So, from now onwards, from this new year, I want you to make that resolution. You are not going to be vague. Anyone who asks you, who are you, you're no longer going to tell, I am a staffing agency owner, staffing CNA, LP, and RN. No. You are going to target a specific market, and then we are going to learn how are you going to target that particular market for your business. That's crucial. Okay. So, number two, who are you targeting? So, let's consider maybe you are targeting travel nurses who actually are, specialized working in an emergency department. Now, this makes it really, really niched. You know what your staffing agency is about. Now you know who you need to target. You're not no longer going to target everyone, because honestly, there's a business statement there. If you try to help everyone, unfortunately, you help no one. I repeat, if you try to help everyone, unfortunately, you help no one. Okay, so that's number two for you. You basically have to check upon what's the niche that you want to service upon. What's the niche that you're going to target upon? Okay, so let's take an example and let's stick to the example so that you understand it better. So, number one, I'm passionate about helping travel nurses get their dream job. Okay, that's number one. Number two, my staffing agency helps travel nurses get jobs into emergency departments. Now that becomes niched. Okay, now very important is what is the problem statement of your staffing agency? Having a logo, having a brand, having a website, I understand it's crucial. But what is that problem which only your staffing agency resolves? If the day you have the answer to this statement, the day you instantly do not fear any competition, no matter how many people are around you, no matter you have hundreds of staffing agencies in your county, those will be vague and you will be standing out. This is how I have built my business on exact these problems. So, number three, what problem is your staffing agency solving? It can be very, it can be emotional, it can be intentional, a statement basically, because this is exactly how your marketing message will be articulating from now onwards. So, for an instance, if you're a staffing agency who staffs only travel nurses in emergency departments, so your problem, this what problem are you solving? You basically are helping a facility with travel nurses within these days guaranteed. Okay, because trust me, recruiters, trust me, hiring managers, staffing coordinators, I have interviewed them. I have literally connected and understood what are their major burning problems. And their burning problem is getting a candidate completely skilled, completely credentialed. That is their problem. Does your staffing agency guarantee them that there's a solution for it? Registered nurse is a degree, but getting into certifications, credentials, emergency experiences, etc., that becomes difficult. Getting candidates are easy today, okay, but getting a qualified credentialed candidate is difficult. If your staffing agency and your marketing statement has this everywhere, that this is the number one staffing agency who solves the problem of I help hospitals get qualified skilled candidates within 30 days guaranteed. That's a major burning issue. And this reflects under the confidence of your agency as well. Do you have that, do you have the confidence of solving that burning problem for the facility and the hospital? If you do, exactly, you have it all. Your foundations are rooted. Okay, so now you know what market you're going to be passionate about, you know who are you going to target, and you know what problem are you solving. Now you are solving a problem, whether it's a nursing home, whether it's a hospital, whether it's a ortho, whether it's a old rehabilitation center. That totally again depends on passion, niche, problem. These have to be interrelated. Understand that if your passion is servicing travel nurses, your niche cannot be, helping CNAs. So everything has to be interrelated. Please write this down. Your passion has to be one, your niche has to be related to your passion, your problem has to be solving your passion. Okay, so just as an example, I help nursing homes get qualified travel nurses exclusively experienced into these departments within 30 days guaranteed. So now you imagine, take your staffing agency statement and consider this statement. Don't you think this statement has a lot of weightage? Right? It becomes an irresistible. Wherever, if any staffing coordinator reads this, I'm sure they're going to immediately get pulled and attracted towards your agency. So, this is the power of having a problem statement. Okay. Moving to the next is value proposition and unique selling proposition. How will you be different? Very, very important. You will have to start thinking about why my staffing agency should stand out in Texas, in Pennsylvania, in Oklahoma, no matter wherever y'all are. Why my staffing agency should literally, stand out in that market. So that's the entire journey of why are you different? Okay. So basically, you will have to think about which staffing agency, if my staffing agency is Pennsylvania, then how will I be different? Should I provide some kind of offers for my nurses, some kind of offers for my facility? What will make me instantly different, which none other competition is offering? Now, you need to think about that. Do you have some kind of free service that you can offer, which will be really valuable to your candidate or to the decision maker as well? Do you have some kind of guide, books, magazines which you can provide in order to show what kind of staffing agency are you? I want you to start scratching your heads and think about these things, because now, as I repeat, we are in a new year. It's completely a game changing year. Why? Because artificial intelligence is going to take over. We will have to be updated. We no longer are going to do the same things that we used to do last year. I want you to start thinking on these lines. What is my unique selling proposition? Why am I different? How will I be different? If it's maybe your neighbors have an agency, maybe your friend has an agency, ask them, talk to them. Think about it. Oh my God, I think she doesn't provide this. Let's, think about this. Any free service. Free service is just, maybe a 30 minutes consultation call, or maybe in a form of an e-guide, or maybe an e-book, anything, whatever is in you, whatever you can do. This is just general vague examples while presenting, randomly. I'm just giving you these examples, but I want you to actually think about it and let me know. I will love to see the comments in this under the training on the in this group. What are your value propositions? Whatever it is. And together we as a community will help each other. Polish it, think about it, etc. Let's build a community and have unity in helping each other, because at the end of the day, everyone's goal is same. So why not, go together rather than going simple and single? Okay. Now, as you already have the value, proposition, your USP, very important is MVP. That means, what solution would you offer? So, for an instance, now you have understood that I'm going to target a nursing home. I'm going to target only travel nurses. I actually have my problem that, I can give you a travel nurse which is fully credentialed within 30 days guaranteed. That's the solution, because this is the problem which the nursing home is facing. Now comes to, what is the solution? So the solution over here, being into staffing agency, you are providing the candidate which is going to work in the facility. So that's the medium, that's the mode, that's the vehicle, how you are going to solve that opposite business's problem. Okay. So for an instance, this is a solution wherein your candidate will go physically visiting it. But is this the only solution? You need to check, how can I broaden the horizon of my staffing agency? Is there anything wherein I can literally pitch in the other back end sales as well for my business, which will generate revenue for me? Is it that they are looking for some kind of classes, some kind of consultation, some kind of coaching, which you can provide as a business owner? I don't want you to be only restricted, have that boundary so strong that someone from the opposite side is giving you an opportunity and you're not grabbing it. Please understand this. You need to have solution. You need to be flexible in order to check, okay, now if I have this business and this is my solution, how can I expand my business in the same market? Considering my business, being a doctor, I am a business coach, which I help nurses start with their staffing agency. I have multiple programs designed, but apart from the program, what I've done, I have my ebooks on sale. I have my some kind of short courses on sale. I have my flyers, branding kits, so many things which I keep on selling. Why do I do that? Because these services bring in consistent money every single day for my business. Even if I'm sleeping, someone is buying, right? So I want you to mimic the same business foundation which I have built for my business. Start creating things and products, and start offering that to your market, which no longer will require you to be present there. Simple. Start thinking on those lines, because I'm sure 99% of you all are working, and I don't want you to be having a price tag on your forehead. 1 hour, this many dollars. No. If you're working, this is the high time to start creating products, start creating services which no longer will require you to be physically present there, but still you will get money. And if it's possible for me, it is absolutely possible for you. I have tested this for 3 years, and 3 years is quite a long time. Trust me on this. I want everyone to get up out of your comfort zone. Think about these things. People charge $1,000 for giving this kind of training. Trust me. I have paid millions of dollars to get this knowledge in these 3 years. And why I want to gift it in the exact start of the year to my amazing clients? Because this is the exact backbone of your business. Exact backbone. Strategies which used to work in the past are no longer working today. These are how we're going to up level and get that consistent money coming in. Okay. So, what solution would you be offering? Apart from sourcing the candidate, do you have any other things which you can offer to the facility, which you can offer to the staffing coordinator, hiring authority, also to the candidate? Here you are servicing two businesses: number one, candidate; number two, hospital. What are the different businesses which you actually can bring in money? If it's a service based industry, like maybe giving in some accessories, some goodie, whatever it is, it again boils down to what will you want to create which will help you make money, even when you're on a vacation, even when you're spending time with family, even when you're sleeping, or for that matter, even if you're at a job. And this is absolutely possible. I only teach what I preach. I have done that. I am a live example in front of you. If I can do it, so can you. I am not here to give you any kind of fluff, but it's a proven and tested method. And that's the reason I want you all to just, integrate it and think about these questions today. Even if it impacts one person in this group, this presentation and my efforts will be completely fulfilled. Okay. So, what solutions will you be offering? Moving to the next is marketing message. Very important. Marketing is the heart of any business, guys. So, if you do not know how to market yourself, unfortunately, it's going to be painful. Okay, because people should know what you're actually doing. So, your marketing message should clearly explain what you do. It has to be very clear, one liner, simple, with a problem statement that you solve. That's it. So that tomorrow, if anyone just lands on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, no matter which social media platform, that person, even if that person is a layman, should understand what you are doing, what this business is about. The number one benefit over here is if this business is inclined towards that person will instantly message you. If it's no longer for that person will not even be interested in talking to you. So understand, you are repelling non ideal people here. If a candidate who's a travel nurse is looking for a job, she herself will get attracted and want to talk to you. If a nursing home is hiring for a travel nurse, has not found one, and if they come across your marketing message, instantly the coordinator will talk to you. That is it. I run my business completely without a sales team. I do not have a sales team. My marketing message is so clear, so self explanatory, wherein clearly I articulate what I do. And that's how people drive into my DMs. They book calls with me, they want to talk to me. It is not a rocket science. This is the foundations of the business. Exact foundations. Your marketing message has to reflect and has to be talking to the candidates, also talking to the coordinators. Because candidates and contracts go hand in hand. It's not only contracts or not only candidate, it has to be equilibrium, balance between both. So that is how marketing message should look like. Moving to the next, price. How much do you charge? Very important. You will have to analyze your competition. Who are your competition in that particular county? What are they charging? How can I, create a comprehensive package, etc. So this is the entire game changer, price. If someone is charging $30, you can charge 28. But at this point of time, if you are a newly established staffing agency, getting your first contract has to be crucial. Because once when you get a contract, your genuine trust, your rapport, your relationship, that matters the most rather than getting a high ticket contract. These things play a major role behind the scenes. I had started my business and my first client, which I got, was only $250. Trust me. And I literally gave her everything that today I'm giving for $12,000. What happened is in 250, I over delivered. She was satisfied. She started telling people, other people started coming to me. And that's how slowly I built. Here we are together to build a business, not a get rich quick scheme. Please understand that. And price plays a really vital role here. What kind of packages are you going to form? How are you going to price your contracts, etc. Okay, so that also is really crucial. Channel. What channels would you be marketing on? Very important. For me, I would highly recommend you Facebook to be candidate oriented, LinkedIn to be facility oriented. LinkedIn, you do not need to have a sales navigator. That's a later part, especially when you touch 2000 plus connection requests on LinkedIn. I'll definitely let you know what exactly a sales navigator will do for you. But what channel would you be marketing on? Two channels in the start is sufficient, more than sufficient. And again, I repeat, I want you to market on Facebook and on LinkedIn. These are the two channels which you will literally be mind blown. Every day you have to market on Facebook and LinkedIn. Every day, talking to candidate, talking to client, talking to candidate, talking to client. You cannot be doing majorly just talking to clients and then struggling to get candidates. No, you have to have a backup, complete database already created for your candidates. Okay, that's the channel. Moving to the next is delivery. How will you be delivering your solution? So, for the staffing, how you're delivering the solution? By telling the candidate to work in the facility. You're placing the candidate. That is one. Number two, if you have other services, any digital products, any consultation, if it's a digital product, how are you delivering? Are you delivering it in a form of an ebook? Are you delivering it in a form of a downloadable, format? If it's a consultation on coaching, are you delivering it like this on a Zoom that I do? How are you delivering your solution? Very important because this is the exact foundation which will help you in completely getting grounded. And very important, what kind of business model do you require? What do I mean by business model? Do you want to be always available for your clients? For an instance, if it's a staffing agency business, do you want to be available for 2 hours every day? What is that time frame which you can give your business? It's 2 hours, it's 3 hours, 4 hours, no matter what exactly. It's definitely different for everyone. But in what time zone will you be available? What time you are at your highest energy? It's mornings, afternoons, evenings, totally, even if you all are working, it totally again depends upon your schedule. So, what kind of business model would you prefer? Okay, So these are the number one step of the framework, which is foundations. I repeat, under the foundations, it is your passion, your niche, your problem statement, your value propositions or your unique selling points. What solution would you be offering? Your marketing message, price, channel, delivery, and a business model. For any questions in regards to this, you definitely can feel free to add into your comments below, and I would love to answer them for you. Okay. Now, moving to the next, very important. After these foundations are completely enlisted, elaborated, I want you to write down each and everything in you literally with a pen and paper, because honestly, if you utilize a pen and paper, it gets into the mind more easily. Psychologically, it's been proven. Okay, so please grab a pen and paper, pause this training, repeat it whenever you require to listen it to it again. Do that, but please pen all these things down. It's going to change your entire business for 2024, and I can guarantee you that. Okay. Moving to the next is setup. Now, what exactly do I mean by setting up? Now, if you have a business, you require a website. That's a very basic expectation. Having a website literally makes your business legit. It immediately gives a message that, okay, this business is established. You cannot walk to a facility stating that, you know what, my business, my website is just building up. I don't have a website. That does not give a very impressive or a great, I would say, impression. Always remember, your first impression is the last impression, and it's proven. Your first email sent out it has to be attention grabbing. Your first message sent out, your first call placed, your first physical visit, your first presentation, everything matters. So, number one, under the setup, you will require a website. You don't need a fancy website, but a 4 to 5 pager website would be more than enough. Okay. Number two, Calendly. What is Calendly? Calendly is a scheduling application. The best thing about Calendly is it is absolutely free. You do not have to pay a single dime to the software. What Calendly does is it basically allows you to, create a link with different kinds of questions. You can literally add in your questions, whatever you want to ask the candidate or whether you want to ask the staffing coordinator. Okay. And just send them this link. What this will do is this will help the candidate book themselves for an interview with your staffing agency. If it's a staffing coordinator, you can create another link for the coordinator, book himself for an appointment with you so that you can literally go on a Zoom in the same way, present, tell them why your agency is the best, etc. You will have to start thinking something different from now. Okay, it's not going to work the same way. So Calendly comes under the setup. Amazing. I'm not paying a single dime, and I've literally made 7 figures by just sending my Calendly links. It's all over the social media. Whoever wants to book a call with me, I just pass my link, and that's how. And I'm sure you everyone have spoken to me just by clicking my Calendly link. I want you all, if you all have a Calendly, that's amazing. If you all do not have one, I would highly recommend you to create one. Next is mindset. Very important. Under the mindset, my story and my success. Now, under my story, very important, how did I land my first client for my agency? That's my mindset. So, for an instance, as I told you all, I had my first client, $250 only. It's only today, but for me, that time, honestly, it was huge. It was magic. I was shocked. I had no idea how do I express that happiness. Being a mother of two, just working from a laptop, someone just a stranger completely just seeing me on Zoom paying me $250 was literally mind boggling for me. So, what I do is I started documenting my journey. If you can go back to my post, which I had posted 2 years back, I have documented everything. It was not with an intent of, later on making money, but today everything is literally reaped like a tree. I have literally add those seeds in the soil, I feel. And after 3 years, if I have realized this, I wish I would know these structures and systems before. I would have literally double X where I am today. And this is the reason I would highly recommend everyone. I want you all to start documenting your story. Not only related to your client, related to everything. Start showing the person, start showing the human behind your brand. Today, there are so many scammers online, you have no clue. People get scared. People really get scared to even, send a single dollar to anyone without knowing. So, why should a huge hospital or nursing home should sign a contract with you, especially after not even knowing your agency? Because they do not know who's the human behind the brand. And that's the complete, I would say, a huge critical factor which most of the staffing agency owners do. They do not show the human face behind the brand. I have so many people on calls telling me, oh my God, I don't want to be on pictures. I don't want to be on my LinkedIn profile. I don't want to be senior, etc. No matter whatever it is, you have to get up from your comfort zone. You have to. Okay. So you will have to start documenting your story. What exactly were you doing previously? Today, why you have a staffing agency? What's the intent behind having an agency? Who do you want to serve, etc. No matter whatever you want to talk to your client, but documenting your story is a game changer. Trust me on that. And I want you to start doing that consistently every day. Your first story, your first post will be not that great, but I'm sure after 10 posts, you will understand, okay, this is how I want to do. And when, especially when you start having conversation, people, literally talking to you, it's an amazing, game altogether. So, under the mindset, I want you to start documenting your journey. Next, how did I decide to leave those clients and revamp? So, yes, very important. Starting, I used to literally work for any client because I wanted to prove my husband that yes, a woman can also do a business. I had that ego with me. I did not want him to laugh and tell me, no, you cannot do it, etc. So I started taking clients which were not ideal for my business. Clients who used to pay me $250 and they literally expected me to call them on a Zoom every single day. So non-ideal clients. What I did it at the end of the day, I started literally, I used to work 16 hours per day at the stake of my family's time, at the stake of my kids' time. I used to be all the time glued on my phone, answering to my clients' messages, checking upon the questions, checking upon inquiries, etc. So that time I realized that this is not exactly what I require. I need peace, I need freedom, I need time, especially when you have kids around you, when you have a family, etc. That's the time when I decided to burn my business right into the ashes. I burned everything down and I started with a completely different business model. I started filtering my clients before signing them up. I started providing them proposals. I started providing them written declarations, etc. And started taking complete responsibility, telling them these are the services which you would be offered within this. So that's how I revamped. And I've literally documented this journey too, how I actually decided. So even if you do not have a contract today, it's never too late. Trust me. You are forming an empire, you are forming a multi-million dollar business, and business definitely requires time. Okay, it's not a get rich quick. So I don't want any one of you to be demotivated telling me, oh my God, I don't have clients, I don't have contracts, etc. No, your time will come, but before that, I want you to work upon all these things. Okay. Next is how I landed my first done for you client for my high ticket agency. So, what is done for you? Done for you is something which the services is done already for you without you doing it. A biggest example over here is my consistent contracts program. In the consistent contracts program, I give you a team of three professionals. Number one, recruiter. Number two, contracts manager. Number three, marketing expert. So this is a done for you service. That means 90% of things are done for you. Okay. So this also, I started talking to people. I understood, then people started telling me, you know what, I'm at work. I don't have anyone to take care of my recruitment. I don't have anyone to answer my calls. That instantly gave me, it literally uh, brighten that bulb. And I'm like, oh, I think this is a problem which I can service. Immediately, I started hiring people. I have a team of 40 today. dedicated recruiters, contracts managers, marketing experts, licensing team. This is how it gave birth to my business today. This did not have instantly in day one. The more I struggled, the more I failed. Every failure was a learning, and I want you to write this down. Failing should not be depressing. Every failure is a learning. We learn something out of it. Okay. This is how I created the consistent contracts program, which today I proudly charge $12,000 for it. And that's a high ticket price because I am solving a major problem for my people. Even if they are earning, even if they are at job, their business is still at right hands. There is still movement, momentum going on in business, and it's a huge thing, right? So I want you to start thinking on how you can literally think about solving that burning issue. The bigger the issue you solve, the higher you can charge. I repeat, the bigger the problem is, the higher you can charge. Okay. Now you're a beginner and you should expect this to be difficult. Trust me, you have just established your staffing agency, and I'm sure you think it's going to be difficult. And definitely it is. I will not lie and tell you it's a cakewalk, it's a cream, whatever. No, it's not. Just like how you cannot expect to get a job as a CEO, right? After graduating from college, you cannot expect to get a contract or land a whale client, which will give you $10,000 or anything similar from the get go. This is known as a get rich quick scheme. And I am not here to teach you get rich quick scheme, right? You will learn everything. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the more you think about what I have taught to you, done for you, etc., the easier it will create the path to success. And I am here to help you establish an empire, a long term empire, not just one contract. I want you to earn money on repeat every single day. And I definitely take the responsibility for that. But I don't want you to be demotivated after 2 months telling me, oh my God, there's no contract yet. How much time more? No, don't think on that. Think on, yes, you are on the learning journey. Definitely there is more to it. Okay. Why do CEOs get paid more than interns? Because they have experience, they have wisdom, they have learned the money making skills, and they have the correct beliefs. So now you tell me, if you learn the skills that I'm teaching you, if you learn with my experience, if you give that time, you have the wisdom, learn the knowledge, don't you think you will reach that consistent contracts which we all dream for? So this is just always you are a CEO, okay? So think you will have to learn experience, leadership, wisdom, skills, many things, okay? And I am here to teach you that. I am not here to teach you a get rich quick scheme. We are here together to build a multi-million dollar empire, and I take the responsibility for doing that for you. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you ready to do what I actually am teaching you?
It's 1 o'clock.
Okay, great. Similarly, in staffing, the more you improve experience, the more you improve your skills, correct your beliefs, you develop, the better your chances of getting contracts. I repeat, you will have to work upon your experiences, your skills, your beliefs, the more you get a chance of getting contracts. Okay, so example, I used to send 100 emails a day to get a few appointments, but now I generate 100 appointments with just one email. Very important. I used to literally struggle people used to not book calls with me at the start. I used to struggle. I used to literally send messages to people, emails, but no one used to book a call. Today, if I just, post any post on just one post in my group, there are appointments which are, I immediately get notification of Calendly, and that's amazing. This has come over time, right? This was not immediately, instantly after 2 months when I was into business. Today, it's been 3 years. I am here today, and I have the audacity to teach you these things because I've gone through it. So please do not get demotivated. I want you to think long term, not a short term. Okay. Number four, acquisition framework. So what do I mean by acquisition? Now is the time to explain you how to attract that leads, how to attract those clients, how to attract those contracts. Okay, very important. Write this down. LinkedIn is a professional platform wherein you can literally scrape emails. What do I mean by scrape emails? Scrape emails means you can literally get the emails of your ideal clients, of your ideal audience. Okay, so for an instance, whenever you might have gone on LinkedIn and if you would have searched a staffing coordinator in Texas, if you go on their profile, you will not see their email, neither you will see their contact information because LinkedIn hides all these information from us. All you can do is you can just send a message to that person. But by certain scraping email software, you literally can get their email addresses. Okay, all you have to do is utilize the first scrape email, send them a cold email with a free trial offer. That is the number one step. Free trial, again, you have to give them some kind of thing which will immediately raise the bar, which will immediately showcase you as an expert, which will immediately show you are the pro in staffing. Okay, your first email should be gone with a free trial offer to them. If you do not get a response, you will have to follow up via again a cold email. Okay, there has to be a second follow up, first follow up done. And after that, if you get a response, immediately there has to be a link to schedule a call with you. Scheduling a call with a nursing home or a facility will not be over a phone call. It has to be on a Zoom where you can literally talk to them, show them who you are, present to them with a business presentation, and that's how contracts are signed. Contracts cannot be signed by just giving them a cold call. Understand, if you're getting $100,000 contract, that person has to know you. That person has to see what you do. Where do you stand? Who is your team? Everything. So this is how acquisition framework works for LinkedIn. I repeat, LinkedIn scrape email, cold email sent with a free trial offer. If you do not get a response, wait for a response for 2 days. Follow up by sending a cold email again. Book in a discovery call by sending a Calendly link and get a contract. That's the LinkedIn. Coming to Facebook, there are multiple Facebook groups which you can join, especially who are targeting your niche. For an instance, as we've decided, travel nurses, there are multiple travel nurses group on Facebook. What you have to do is you just have to join those groups. And by the way, LinkedIn also has a lot of groups. If you're in Texas, in any specific county, maybe Houston, you can join a nursing group in Houston. It's that specific. Okay. After joining this, there are a lot of posts. I want you to start sharing your value, adding comments, because the more you start sharing your valuable comments, the more people in that group will start recognizing you. Staffing coordinators, if they have added something, start replying, start commenting, start liking their posts. This is how you'll start getting recognized in that group of Texas or Pennsylvania, no matter what state your agency belongs to. Okay, after sharing that value or public commenting, etc., you need to see who is my market, who am I targeting. Do I want to target nurses? Do I want to target staffing coordinators? For Facebook, you have to start sending friend requests as well because you need candidates. You cannot just sit lying there. You have to start sending friend requests to travel nurses. You have to see who's the travel nurse in that group and start sending connection requests. On LinkedIn, you will have to search staffing coordinators, hiring authorities in Texas, and start sending friend requests. I would suggest 10 friend requests daily is more than enough if you don't have a team. If you have a team, that's amazing, fantastic. If you need assistance with the team, feel free to, connect with me. Because 10 friend lists daily, friend requests sent, makes them 50 friends in a week, makes it 200 friends in a month, makes it literally 1,000 friends in 5 months, etc. Slowly, you can just, increase the count. But you need to start sending friend requests as well. Okay. You will also have to post valuable content for 5 days. Do a free trial, DM, that means direct message, book a discovery call, and get a contract. It is that simple. I get $12,000, $25,000 clients by exactly this framework. I add in a content, valuable content, maybe it's a candidate oriented or maybe it's a facility oriented, etc. When anyone comments on my content, I try to give them some gift, a free gift. Hi, you know what? This is a free gift, etc. Once when that person goes through what I'm giving, they immediately get psychologically attracted to me. They think that, oh my God, it's valuable. I would love to have a conversation. And that is how I book in my discovery calls with my clients. This is the exact framework with which you're going to utilize for booking calls with facilities. You have to create a valuable content post on LinkedIn. Anyone who starts commenting on it, you will have to give some kind of free guide, ebook, no matter what, even if it's a short 30 minutes video, anything, whatever you're comfortable with, which will immediately build that authority for you in that staffing competition. Once when that has been sent out, immediately send your Calendly link, book a call with the coordinator, talk to the coordinator, and boom, you get a contract there. It's that simple. If I can do it, so can you. I have literally elaborated the examples of my business. I have also elaborated the examples of staffing agency businesses as well. So this definitely works. It's a proven and tested framework. Okay. Moving to the next very important softwares. Now, I'm sure you might be not knowing what is scraping of email, what is cold emailing, etc. So these are few softwares which I use personally and I love to use. Any LinkedIn scraping tools, okay, this is known as web scraping. Write this down. You can check SalesQL. What SalesQL does is it basically helps us to extract that information which cannot be seen on LinkedIn. So if I want to see, if I check, there is a hospital in Texas hiring, they're looking for 5 registered nurses. I will go on LinkedIn and check who is the hiring manager. If I come across the hiring manager, our next step is I want to talk to him. But oh my God, LinkedIn is not showing me his contact number. I will log into SalesQL. It is basically a Chrome extension which we will have to download. They have their free plans, they have different kinds of pricing plans as well. Go through the SalesQL, and once when I download the SalesQL, it will immediately show me the contact information of that staffing coordinator. It will immediately show me the personal email address, also the business email address. Now, if I have a contact number, being a staffing agency owner, I will immediately pick up a call on that number, do my homework first, do the research first. I'll tell them, hello, hey, I am maybe, I'm Dr. Vinita calling from this staffing agency. I came across your job posting on Indeed, on Google, that you're hiring for 5 registered nurses. And then they're like, yeah, sure, yes, I am. And that's how you can literally start with your conversation. That is the magic of having SalesQL. Okay, that's number one software. Number two, another email scraping tool is Apollo.io. Apollo.io basically again helps you with scraping a lot of information of clients. It will help you scrape the email address, it will help you scrape the contact number, residential address, etc. Everything. So Apollo is also great. D7 Leads Finder is also an amazing tool. D7 Leads Finder. So what this does is this basically has different kinds of navigation options for you. This option basically gives you searches, like if you want to search hospitals in this hospitals who are hiring, whatever it is, you can literally have a search. And once when that search is done, you can literally export that on your Excel and you can download it. So that's an amazing tool and software which I use too. Moving to bulk cold emails. What is bulk? Bulk is sending out one email to many people, 1,000, 2,000, everyone. YAM is an amazing email. It's also known as yet another mail merge. It's an amazing software. You all might have received my a lot of emails. Whatever I send, it's all through YAM. Okay, so it's a great platform. Feel free to just check about it. And yeah, that's how we can start sending cold emails to facilities, chain emails, email campaigns to even candidates, etc., without doing anything. One email literally can talk to 10,000 of people. Even if you're at work, it'll do its work. In any email, you can just, add in your Calendly link, and that's how people will start booking calls with you. That's it. And even if you have a team, the team can take the calls on your behalf. So, this is the beauty of having a proper acquisition framework along with proper designated softwares. Okay. Moving to the next is software for scheduling calls, which is Calendly. Calendly is an amazing platform wherein you can literally create links, pass on the links, etc. People can book in calls with you. An amazing tool is Canva. Canva is a game changer. You can literally create different kinds of flyers, brochures, Facebook covers, LinkedIn covers, etc. These are the basic softwares which I would recommend you to have being a staffing agency owner. Okay, let's see a few examples. See the cold email that landed my first client. So I definitely would have loved to show you the email, but yes, I have added into a content in my previous group, in my group, wherein how I send my cold email. You can just search that content as well. And yeah, this is it. In the content, what in the email, you just have to tell what you are doing, why you would basically love to work with them, what are your unique selling propositions, what's your marketing, what's the problem you're solving, and just a calendar link, a very self explanatory thing. Very important. Sixth, what to do post their trial. Very important. Yeah. So whenever you want to post something, okay, there has to be a clear cut call to action. Call to action means what you want the opposite person to do. So for me, I love to talk to people. That's the reason I always put my calendar in. I want people to book a call with me so that I can have a conversation, I can understand what their business is, etc., before even signing them up. For you also this has to be done, especially why? Because you'll have to check that what the contract is about, etc. So if you're talking to a staffing coordinator, there always has to be a link to book a call with you, number one. Number two, if you have any kind of testimonials that literally boost the credibility of your brand, even if the testimonials is in a video format, if it's in a text format, that can be done too. If you have any referral which you can tell the candidate to refer other candidates, and if you want to create a referral package, etc., work on that too. If you directly want to, if you have a digital product and if you want to create a payment link, you can directly add your link and people can just click on your payment link and buy. Or you can also have all three. It totally depends on what you are comfortable with. I literally have everything. You might have seen the group as well. Sometime I post the testimonials, I post payment links directly, sometimes I post content, CTA of Calendly, etc. You can literally test whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with, and that's how you need to post your things over there. Okay. And last point is onboarding. Very important. Once when you have a calendly link scheduled on the Zoom, when the staffing coordinator has gone through the business presentation, have asked you all the questions, etc., and if they are ready to sign the contract, that's the time when you have the onboarding. Very important. Onboarding is nothing but setting the expectations. You need to tell them, welcome them to your journey for the next how many ever weeks or months the contract is, and also clearly articulate what exactly the services your candidate is going to offer them, what your service, your agency is going to offer, how the timesheets will be filled, how the invoices will be generated, what's the date of the invoice, etc. So, clear cut expectations with 100% transparency. This basically will assist you and help you in getting into any legal battles as well. Okay, that is the power of onboarding. Even if you're onboarding a candidate, you need to have an employee orientation. What is employee orientation? You have to have a Zoom booked with your candidates, whether it's two, whether it's one, whether it's five. Book a candidate on a Zoom and walk them through a orientation. That means what your agency brand value is, what is the mission, what are you actually expecting from the client, from the candidate, because that candidate is going to represent your agency in the facility. So, all these things have to be done: onboarding, candidate oriented onboarding, and facility oriented onboarding as well. Okay, this basically helps to give them a great experience and also how to get this partnership continued with a genuine rapport and trust. So that's number seven for you, onboarding. Create contracts before you send it out. How I send proposals. for my consistent contract consulting agreements, you also have to have a pre contract design, clearly articulating what's the pricing, what do they expect, what are the services, etc. And also have everything documented from the candidate oriented standpoint too. We don't want the candidate to come back to us that you told me this hours, you'll be paying me this, etc. There were a lot of clients who faced these issues. Clearly have everything documented. Okay. Platform and tool to get onboarding platform set up, I would highly recommend Zoom. It's the best platform ever. You can literally record your meetings, you can, forward your meetings, you can share your screen, you can start with the presentation just like the way I have done it, etc. And have onboarding questionnaire. Highly recommended. Onboarding presentation should have all the frequently asked questions in it so that after the presentation, they are not left with any questions. That's the best strategy, which I do too. I'm sure everyone, most of the people who ever have signed up for my consistent contracts program have got onboarded with me. So we have an amazing onboarding presentation, and I want you all to do that because 99% of staffing agency does not do an onboarding. This itself will make you out, literally will make you stand out in that market. And you can literally reflect that in marketing. I have a thorough employee orientation. We are the only agency who onboards, etc. So there are multiple things with what you all can play around. And this itself is the 7 step framework for getting those contracts. Trust me on this, getting that high paid clients. So that was it from my end. I absolutely no idea how many hours this took, but yeah, this was literally, I would say, the exact framework that I do every single year. At the start of the year, I build up on my business, whatever changes I want to do, whatever I want to revamp, what programs, etc. And this is exactly what I want you to start thinking on. I would highly recommend you to please utilize the most of this community and utilize the comment section below. Okay, because the more you comment, the more I can understand where your mindset is going. Okay, I hope you love this presentation. And now I'm going to literally next week going to walk you through a detailed artificial intelligence. It's going to be literally mind-boggling. I'm going to make your tasks even more easier. Okay. So that was it from my end. It was amazing, presenting it and recording this amazing training. I would love to hear the takeaways because my clients' takeaways are the only motivation factor for which I come up with presentations. So happy new year, my amazing, amazing clients and my amazing community members. I love you all. Bye bye.